Young and the Restless spoilers for Jan 26 through 30, 2026 anticipate Sally Spectra exploding and Sharon Newman panicking. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we start with what's coming this week, then we'll dive into next week. Young and the Restless spoilers, Sally rants. On Wednesday, January 21st, we've got Sally Spectra over at the Damian Kane train, and she is ranting about him luring Billy Abbott in by offering him Chancellor. Damian Kane's advice is that Sally should trust Billy, but Sally Spectra doesn't believe it when Damian says he cares about Billy Abbott and is proud of his progress. He actually credits Sally. Damian also says Sally Spectra shouldn't make Billy choose between her and Chancellor. Then Damian Kane asks, doesn't Sally want payback on Adam Newman for the way he treated her? He suggests this stuff with Newman Enterprises is karma. Sally thinks it's all going to blow up in Billy Abbott's face and wants Damian to leave Billy Abbott alone. Sally Spectra asks him to retract the Chancellor offer. Jack Abbott confronts Billy Abbott over the Chancellor offer. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott tells Billy Abbott, yes, it's confirmed Damian Kane and Phyllis Summers have attacked Newman Enterprises with the AI. Of course, Billy knows it. He says Damian offered him Chancellor. Jack Abbott thinks that Billy is backsliding into obsession and revenge, but Billy Abbott denies it. Jack says he is also worried about Nikki Newman. Billy says, look, she's going to lose Chancellor either way, either to the AI or to me taking it over. Jack Abbott's mad, he's ranting. Jack Abbott's mad, he's ranting, calling Billy Abbott selfish. Billy's trying to justify it, saying if he takes Chancellor, at least the AI won't destroy it. It won't destroy Catherine Chancellor's legacy. Jack assumes Billy is definitely taking Damian Kane's offer, and he thinks part of the reason is for payback on Jill Abbott. But Billy Abbott says Damian is trying to atone for the past. Jack Abbott asks Billy not to do it, but of course he's not going to listen. Chelsea and Daniel confront Phyllis Summers at Crimson Lights. Chelsea Lawson Newman lectures Phyllis Summers at Crimson Lights about the mess she's made. Then con woman Chelsea is dropping Bible verses on Phyllis, which is kind of ironic. Chelsea Lawson Newman is quite sure Phyllis is going to get sloppy, make a mistake, and is going to go down. Phyllis Summers tells Chelsea she's proud of beating Victor Newman. Chelsea promises revenge. There are more arguments. Phyllis Summers says Summer Newman is going to be fine, and Chelsea Lawson Newman should be glad that Victor Newman has been slapped by karma. Ironically, Chelsea says this only happened because Phyllis cheated. Again, that is coming from the con woman. Young and the Restless spoilers, Phyllis won't back down. Chelsea Lawson Newman goes and Daniel Romalotti comes in, immediately confronting his mom about the attack on Newman Enterprises. Phyllis Summers tells Daniel to back down, but he won't. Phyllis also insists Victor Newman had it coming. She recounts a little laundry list of things that he's done to her, but she left out the Marco Annicelli incident, which to me was the very worst. Putting a stranger into your bed that looks like your husband, that's sexual assault. There's nothing else for it. Phyllis Summers says Daniel Romalotti doesn't really love her because of the way he's talking to her, and she makes a dramatic exit. Damian Kane pushes forward with the Newman Enterprises takeover. Phyllis Summers heads to see Damian Kane, and she's complaining about Chelsea Lawson Newman and Daniel Romalotti coming at her. Damian says things are going to get worse. This is going to continue. Phyllis wants to know when Newman Enterprises is going to be totally theirs. Damian Kane tells her that Sally Spectra showed up to read him the riot act because he offered Chancellor to Billy Abbott. Phyllis doesn't like that he made the offer, but Damian says Billy is his brother and deserves Chancellor. When Phyllis goes on about it being a bad move, Damian says, look, the decision is mine, not yours. Now, when Phyllis Summers hears things like that, she usually goes berserk and betrays people. So we'll see. Sally Spectra grills Billy Abbott back at home and wants to know if he's going to take Damian Kane's offer. But before he can even answer, she's ranting. Billy Abbott insists he's not revenge-obsessed. He wants to protect Catherine Chancellor's legacy, but Sally thinks taking Chancellor again will destroy Billy. She thinks Damian Kane has some kind of agenda and really doesn't have Billy Abbott's best interest in mind. Tessa and Daniel spark a connection amid divorce plans. Tessa Porter shows up and finds Daniel Romolotti moody and distant after his confrontation with his mom. He tells Tessa Porter's problems are more important. Then she says she's going to file for divorce and seek sole custody. Then she and Daniel Romolotti talk about their connection that neither can deny, and they're back to kissing. Jack Abbott goes to see Nikki Newman. He's worried about all the stress. She says that Matt been taken care of, but she has no idea of the details of what Victor Newman did. Nikki says that Victoria managed to save some of their assets, but things look bad. Jack Abbott says at least you can rebuild, but Nikki Newman is quite distraught that she's lost Chancellor. And Jack thinks Victor Newman deserved to be slapped by karma, but he doesn't think the rest of the family deserved it. Jack Abbott tells her that Damian Kane offered Chancellor to Billy Abbott, which completely shocks Nikki Newman. They agree that Jill Abbott wouldn't like this. Nikki thanks Jack for saving her during that sobriety spiral at the GCAC that night a couple of years ago. Then Victor Newman walks in and glares, because that's the moment that they are hugging.